All right, well, this is Between Plays. Now, Lithium. Guys, I don't know if you've been watching Lithium, but Lithium, I've been talking about Lithium for a long time now, just like CloudMD, but we'll get into CloudMD a little later. Lithium, guys, you need to go look at their website. On their website, you're going to see that they have a timeline. Their timeline is dead on. I don't know how they are just hit like dead. Like they want to do something, they did it. They want to do something, they did it. They want to do the agreements that they have with the Argentinian government for the Tres Quadreras project. I mean, it's just incredible. 30 years for tax. Like, look, they're so involved with the community. Over 90% of the people in in the company are working, that are from Argentina, working into the company over there. And they just finished their pre-feasibility project, which is massive. So if I just go into NLC over here, Lithium. So Lithium is NLC. Look, they close at 185. But what I really love, if you guys go on there yourselves while talking about this, we're going to take a look at this. Look, 6 months ago, 46 cents. All right. Now you're looking at $1.85. But you don't see that crazy spike that people are going to be pulling out massive profits. All right. It is like a nice growth over time. It's like as if it's just feeding itself, nice and slow and nice and growth. It looks healthy. And why wouldn't it be? I mean, Lithium is partnered up with cattle. That's insane. I mean, cattle is one of the biggest EV makers on the planet. And if you look at all the cars that cattle produces batteries for, Tesla's in there. They have so many cars that I don't want to name more than just Tesla being with cattle for me is enough. But if you look at all the other ones and go look at all the cars that they're supplying with EV stuff, like for batteries, it's insane. And they're with Lithium, I believe it's 8.6% of the equity or something like that. Listen, Lithium, all right, on December 15th, closes strategic involvement with cattle. They close it. So I got in as soon as I heard about the whole acquisition thing, whatever, and that cattle wanted to get two people on the ground. So one that's like basically more into the share into the boardroom type thing, and then the other one, boots on the ground. He's over there trying to get the pre-feasibility project. He's like looking at what's happening, what they need, and they're like they have people in there to make sure that this thing they get this. Why? Because look, if you look at Tesla alone, and I said this in my last video, there's Teslas all over the place. It's just crazy, and I cannot wait to see. And I've seen some other ones. I've seen some like a Hyundai. I believe I've seen a Hyundai that was a full EV. Anyways, but look, I did a video about NIO and NIO in America, and I think I even actually it's an article. I don't know if I had a video on that one. It's an article that's up on www.betweenplays.com. Go look at that article, all right? And you're going to see that NIO is already in, I think it's in San Jose, California. Is that where it is? But they're in California. And with the Biden presidency, he already just was speaking, I think it was yesterday or was it today? The time's going by so quick, I don't even know anymore, about the whole renewable energy area. And that, look, I know he was saying about the next 3 months are going to be hard on stuff, so it could have been today. But if you look at that, because, when we look at presidents and stuff like that, when we look at prime ministers, at Between Plays, it's all about investment strategies. Okay, like this president is totally against that. Well, we need to get out of that and we need to invest in the other area. Like we're, the macroeconomics of stuff, right? So that's why. So when we look at presidents or prime minister or any positions of like governments or whatever, we're always looking at in the direction of investments, all right? And no judgments towards any political entity, right? It's always towards investments. So when Biden was talking today, I was listening, and I'm going, okay, so everything's in line, everything's perfect. Imagine Neo starts rolling out across California. And look, I think that the relationship between China and the United States, with Biden being president, you know, I mean, he says that he'll put the stops on anyone that's trying to, you know, go against, you know, the Paris Accord and all that kind of stuff. You know, and he had said in the in what is it, the second debate that he had with President Trump, he was saying that because President Trump was asking, well, how are you going to get China on? Is China going to be in? Is China going to be in that? Like, whatever. Are they going to respect it and everything? And then, you know, Biden's like, well, yeah, they'll have to. They have no choice. Like, whatever. Because then we'll get our friends. And, like, you know, basically almost saying, we'll get our friends. We're going to gang up on them. And we're going to, like, twist their arm. They're going to have to follow. And it's not a bad thing. It's not. And look, and if you look at China anyways, China wants to go EV quicker than, like, almost, they want to go EV as quick as the Scandinavian countries. They're talking about like 2025 now or something like that. Something insane about trying to get EVs, or 2030. Anyways, I know they had a further timeline, but it's been reduced drastically. So I don't think there's going to be any problems with that. So imagine you're going to have Neos flying across the United States and Canada, and you're going to have, like, you know, Xpeng in here eventually, and Li Auto, and it's just going to be crazy. And then, of course, naturally, you have all the older companies like Ford. You know, like they had their Mustang that came out was full EV, but then just go and take a look at all you know, their lineup for 2021, 2022. You're going to see the EV market, even with these big boys. All right, I call them big boys because they're the ones that have been around forever. Those guys, they're all coming out with and go look at Japan. I mean, Japan too. They're saying that look, you know, this is what we want. And they want to go like full EV. Like, it's like, anyways, when you look at all this stuff and you look at all these cars, all right, well, a lot of them, and a lot of these vehicles, a lot of these manufacturers that I named and stuff like that, and if not more, are, and with cattle, and in cattle's with Lithium. I mean, they need Lithium's lithium. They need the lithium, man. And you know, they close it, and that's just it. So, you know, it's going to be extremely interesting. And, you know, I was in Lithium America when they had closed. Was it with Gangfeng? I believe that they didn't close, but just we were talking about the whole acquisition thing. And look at the way that stock had shot up to $23. This is, when is this? This is May 4th. So, you know, 3Q project is fully operational. This is May 4th. Strong balance sheet with approximately 31 million net cash position. Strategic decision, and I believe that they had no debt. So, I mean, their balance sheet was insane, actually. So let's just see what else I got we have going over here. Okay, so I'm on their website right now, and I went and took a look at this article that says Lithium announces NBDRC approval for the agreement with cattle and provides company update. This was written in November 18th. And what I just want to take from here is, you know, it says preparing for an active summer campaign at the 3Q project. The company has mobilized its engineering team to the lithium carbonate pilot plant in Fiambala, restarting in order to produce a larger sample of battery-grade lithium. Less than 50% of fresh water when compared to the original process described in the pre-feasibility study, and uses less reagents. Positive impact will be used in the final feasibility study. Now, what I want you to know here is both drill holes extend, because they're talking about that they made 2 drill holes, okay? New drills were completed in 2019 drilling campaign in the high-grade zone and intercepted. So it says both drill holes extend beyond the previous estimation of resources and reserves. The new estimation will also be used in the final feasibility study. So it says here that the company, this is November 18th, is in the final stages of engaging a major engineering company that will complete the final feasibility study and will be announced soon after the final PRC approvals are obtained by cattle. Since much of the previous work has already been completed, it is estimated that the final feasibility will be completed between 6 to 9 months after the engineering company is engaged. So, you know, we're getting really close here to something quite amazing. All right, and you're looking at them also being environmentally friendly. Okay, so this is very, very, very interesting stuff. I definitely would ask people to go take a look at Lithium. I was in the stock at 80 cents, 80 cents, I believe, something like that. And then I had dropped in a lot of money at the $1 range. So my average is $1 when it's in for Lithium. All right, buddy. I really hope that you enjoyed that video. We'll have many more to come. Whatever you do, hit the subscribe and the like button. But hit that subscribe button in order for us to continue doing what we're doing. We need to bring up the subscriber and the memberships over here. And always remember, when you're doing any investment, whether it's in real estate or in the stock market, anything in life, at Between Plays, what we always say, it's our motto: research, prepare, plan, execute. Okay? Stay strong.